In 1803, in London, the body of an executed prisoner suddenly opened its eyes before a crowd. This was not a horror story, but a public dissection at the Royal College of Surgeons. Scientist Giovanni Aldini had just attached electrodes to the corpse of the executed criminal Forster. As current passed through, the jaw trembled, facial muscles contorted, and one eye sprang open. When the electrodes touched the torso, the body even raised an arm. As if struggling back from the abyss of death, Aldini was no charlatan. As the nephew of anatomist Luigi Galvani, he inherited not only his uncle's work, but also a shocking ambition to unlock the sealed gates of death with electricity. More than a decade earlier, his uncle had discovered that electricity could make a dead frog's leg twitch. He proposed the theory of animal electricity, suggesting that life itself is an internal electrical force. Now, only the final experiment on a human body remained. Though the demonstration did not resurrect the condemned man, it tore open the veil that had shrouded death for centuries. He declared to the world, death might not be the final judgment of a departing soul, but a physical process that can be observed, intervened in, and even briefly reversed. Yet this revelation brought one of the 19th century's deepest fears. If the dead could be awakened by electricity, could doctors misjudge death? The fear of premature burial spread like a plague. Craftsmen invented a bizarre device, the safety coffin. It featured air tubes, ladders, and a rope connecting the corpse's wrist to a bell above ground. If you woke underground, a simple pull could send a final cry for help. Absurd as it seemed, it captured the dilemma of the age. The boundary between life and death was disturbingly unclear. The medical revolutions of the 20th century shattered it entirely. In 1960, modern cardiopulmonary resuscitation (CPR) was established. People whose hearts had stopped could be brought back from the brink of death. Defibrillators made revival a routine scene in hospitals. Death was no longer a final verdict, but a medical emergency that could be delayed. But a deeper dilemma emerged. Ventilators created a new form of existence. The brain had ceased functioning, yet the heart kept beating. Was that person still alive? In 1967, the first heart transplant pushed this question to an ethical cliff. 4 years later, Harvard Medical School introduced the concept of brain death. When brain function is irreversibly lost, a person is dead, even if the heart still beats. The definition of death shifted from the warm heart to the silent brain. Yet the true battlefield lay deeper. At the cellular level, in 1961, Leonard Hayflick discovered human cells divide only about 50 times before stopping. Life carries a built-in countdown. The answer lies in telomeres at the ends of chromosomes. With each division, telomeres shorten until they can no longer protect DNA and the cell ages. But cancer cells break this rule. They activate telomerase, endlessly repairing telomeres and achieving immortality. In 1951, HeLa cells were born, the first immortal human cell line. For over 70 years, they have advanced vaccines, genetics, and modern medicine. Henrietta Lacks died, yet her cells lived on in another form. More astonishingly, death can be essential to life. In 1972, scientists discovered apoptosis, programmed cell death. It is part of life's design. In embryos, it sculpts our fingers. A tadpole's tail disappears the same way as humans began to manipulate life's mechanisms. An ancient question resurfaced: can we delay aging or even defeat death? In 1993, scientists doubled a worm's lifespan by altering a gene. This ignited modern anti-aging research. Tech companies poured in billions, trying to hack death like software. More radical visions followed: cryonics, preserving bodies for future revival, or uploading consciousness for digital immortality. Yet a deeper question is often ignored. Why do humans resist death? Perhaps it is not fear of nothingness, but a longing for infinite possibility. From gazing at the stars to editing genes, human nature is to transcend boundaries. Defeating death may not be the end, but the beginning of a new civilization. Yet for each individual, the true question is never why live, but how to live. We are not moving toward death, we already contain it. And because of this, death gives life its boundaries, and within those boundaries, emerge the stories and meanings that transcend both life and death.